It's always exciting times when a big-time gaming peripherals company like Logitech come out with a new flagship device, and I've been salivating at the prospect of getting my hands on their brand new G900 Chaos Spectrum. Finally, that day is here, and I'm very excited to see how this new wireless gaming mouse performs, and what Logitech have managed to pack into this extremely cool looking device. Now, let's get one thing out of the way first. To call this mouse wireless is correct, but it can also be used in a wide capacity. The uniquely ended and fabric braided micro USB charging cable connects to the front of the mouse just like a wired mouse would, and the mouse then operates in a wired mode whilst charging up the G900's battery. It's very cool to have the option, but Logitech have done their utmost to make the wireless mode so good that you'll never want to touch an attached device again. Perhaps the key to this goal was the utilisation of the PMW 3366 sensor, today recognised as the very best sensor available and built from the ground up with wireless performance in mind. In partnership with its supplied 2.4 GHz USB adapter, Logitech claims a report rate of just 1 millisecond. Yes, you heard me correctly, 1 millisecond report rate on a wireless mouse. Finally, we can game wirelessly and sleep at night knowing that all of our deaths were in fact due to a lack of skill, and that the hardware was not to blame. Wait, maybe this is a bad thing. Anyway, the design of the mouse is immediately recognisable as a Logitech one, and to me this kinda looks like the Aventador of the range, especially up front. Cleverly, the mouse is ambidextrous with magnetic button covers and replaceable thumb buttons that can be interchanged between either side of the mouse. This is great news for lefties who often miss out when it comes to really high-end gaming mice. In terms of overall size, the G900 is certainly not large. It has quite a narrow profile, narrower than that of the G502, but it doesn't feel too much smaller to use. My hands aren't overly large though, and those that do have big hands may find it to be a little on the slim side. In terms of length and height, the G900 and G502 are extremely similar, so those that have been fans of the feel of the latter or G402 for example will be in familiar territory. To me, the most impressive part of the G900 design is its extremely lightweight, especially for a wireless mouse. It comes in at 107 grams, employing clever weight reduction techniques all around. High quality lightweight plastics have been used, as well as clever implementations such as a hollow spoked scroll wheel design. A chunk of this tiny 107 grams is obviously in this wireless mouse's battery. It takes around 2 hours to charge the 720 mAh battery that Logitech claims will last 24 hours of actual use with the LED lights on and 32 hours with the light switched off. Conveniently, the G900 can be used as a wired mouse as I mentioned while it charges, with its nicely braided micro USB cable. The connector on the cable is kind of unique and cool, but also unfortunately specific to the device. I personally always have a micro USB cable on the desk ready to go as most devices use one, but unfortunately I wouldn't be able to use this one for anything else due to its prong design. Buttons wise, the G900 is equipped with 11 inputs which are controlled by a 32-bit ARM processor, and configurations are stored on its onboard memory. Honestly, all of the buttons on the Chaos Spectrum feel great. They all deliver a really clean, snappy click that's satisfying, low resistance, and extremely fast. The mouse wouldn't be a high-end Logitech without some sort of fancy action on the scroll wheel. The G900 employs an updated version of their dual mode hyper-fast scrolling, again allowing you to toggle between a precise clicked stepping and a much faster free spinning mode. On-the-fly DPI switching is configured by standard too, allowing gamers to jump anywhere between 200 DPI to a staggering 12,000 DPI with the click of a button. The G900 is of course managed via Logitech's proven gaming software. Here you can configure up to 5 profiles to be saved to the mouse's onboard memory and program each of the 11 inputs to any function you desire. Logitech's software also allows surface tuning, where you can calibrate the sensor to your specific mousepad or surface to improve accuracy. Lastly, you can play around with a few options regarding the mouse's RGB lighting, which is a nice touch too. The Chaos Spectrum is a beast when gaming, as you'd expect. It did feel a little narrow in my hand at first, but I quickly got used to this and the thought never crossed my mind again. Thanks to its lightweight and industry best sensor, it felt extremely accurate in all types of games, and rogue agents on the streets of New York City quickly learned to simply run for cover. That's what I was telling myself anyway. Overall, the G900 Chaos Spectrum is a truly premium high-end gaming mouse with a price tag to match. It weighs in at a fairly whopping $150 or 270 Australian dollars, and at that price it's only going to be hitting the mouse pads of quite well off enthusiasts or kids who are well on the nice side of Santa's ledger. There are other mice in the same price range though, from brands such as Razer and Mad Catz, and the G900 could certainly be the best of the bunch. Thanks for joining me for another Hardware Unboxed product review. I'm your host Matt as always, and I'd love to hear what you guys think in the comments. See you guys next time.